Chief Adisa was a well-known figure in his village, revered for his wealth and respected for his wisdom. Over the years, he had built a legacy that extended to his 3 children. His son, Tunde, a hard-working and ambitious man, had become a medical doctor in the bustling city, while his 2 daughters, Ronki and Yemi, had married influential men in the village. Life seemed perfect until Chief Adisa fell gravely ill. The news of his sickness spread quickly, and his children returned to the family home. For Tunde, the visit was a rare opportunity to reconnect with his roots, but the sight of his father lying weak and frail on the bed shook him deeply. Ronki and Yemi fussed over their father, bringing herbal remedies and engaging the services of local healers, but it was clear to everyone that Chief Adisa's time was drawing to a close. Late one evening, as the family gathered around his bedside, he summoned the last of his strength to address them. "When I die," he began, his voice weak but steady, "you must bury me immediately. No delays, no ceremonies, just bury me." The room fell silent. His words were unusual, even alarming, but none dared question him. They promised to honor his wishes, believing it was a request born of a desire for simplicity. Days later, Chief Adisa passed away. His death cast a heavy pall over the household, but his children wasted no time. They arranged for a coffin, prepared the burial site, and called on the village elders to perform the necessary rites. Everything was moving according to their father's instructions, or so they thought. On the day of the burial, the family compound was bustling with activity. The villagers gathered to pay their last respects, and the air was heavy with grief and solemnity. Tunde took charge of the arrangements, ensuring every detail was in place. As the coffin was about to be lowered into the ground, a strange silence descended upon the compound. From the shadows emerged a group of men, all clad in black robes. Their faces were partially concealed, and each carried a staff adorned with symbols that none of the children recognized. "Stop," one of them commanded, his voice booming across the yard. The crowd murmured in confusion as the men approached. Ronki and Yemi instinctively moved closer to their brother, their unease palpable. "We are members of the Brotherhood," the leader announced, his tone calm but authoritative. "Chief Adisa was one of us, and there are rituals that must be performed before he can be buried." Tunde frowned. "What rituals? My father never mentioned this to us." "It is not your place to question," the man replied. "Step aside, women. This matter concerns the son." Ronki and Yemi hesitated but eventually retreated, their hearts pounding with fear. The leader turned to Tunde and continued, "Your father was bound by an oath. We must take what belongs to us before he is laid to rest." "What do you mean by take what belongs to you?" Tunde demanded, his voice rising. The man's gaze was unyielding. "Certain parts of his body must be removed as payment for his membership in our brotherhood." A wave of horror swept through Tunde. "No. I won't allow it. My father never said anything about this, and I won't let you desecrate his body." The leader's expression darkened. "If you stand in our way, you will face the consequences." The tension in the compound was palpable. Tunde stood his ground, his heart pounding as he faced the robed men. The villagers watched in stunned silence, afraid to intervene. "I don't care who you are," Tunde said, his voice firm. "My father entrusted me with his wishes, and I'll honor them. You have no right to do this." The leader of the group stepped forward, his staff tapping ominously against the ground. You are a brave man, but bravery alone cannot protect you. If you defy us, you risk your life. Tunde's mind raced. He knew he was outnumbered and outmatched, but the thought of his father's body being mutilated filled him with a resolve he didn't know he possessed. I'll die before I let you touch him, he declared. The leader raised his staff, signaling his men to advance. But before they could act, Ronki and Yemi returned, flanking their brother. We won't let you do this, Ronki said, her voice trembling but determined. You'll have to go through all of us, Yemi added, her eyes blazing with defiance. The leader hesitated, taken aback by the united front. He turned to his men, who seemed equally uncertain. The villagers, emboldened by the siblings' courage, began murmuring their support. This is wrong, one elder called out. Let the family bury their father in peace. The momentum shifted. The robed men, realizing they were losing the crowd's favor, slowly retreated. The leader's gaze lingered on Tunde. You've made a dangerous choice, he warned. This is not over. With that, the group disappeared into the shadows, leaving the family to complete the burial. As the coffin was finally lowered into the ground, Tunde felt a surge of relief. He knew the ordeal wasn't truly over, but for now, he had honored his father's wishes and protected his dignity. Standing beside his sisters, he made a silent vow, whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. Kindly like, comment and subscribe for more enchanting tales from our channel.